The New York Times now reports Donald Trump Jr. got an email before a meeting with a Kremlin-connected lawyer making it clear she was trying to help his father's campaign by offering damaging information on Hillary Clinton. I want to bring in former CIA operative Evan McMullin, also independent candidate for president in 2016, and former CIA analyst, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Shafer. Evan, let me start with you. Should John Jr. have reported this meeting instead of taking it?
Well, of course he should have. But one thing that I find really fascinating about this that I don't think is receiving enough attention is the fact that he was informed via email that this offer of information, compromising information allegedly on Hillary Clinton, had to do or was related to a Russian government effort to help his father's campaign. That's a huge, huge deal. The idea that he wouldn't have passed that on to his father, most importantly, certainly other members of the senior campaign team. That happened because eventually they were in the meeting. But just keep in mind, the campaign was informed by trusted contacts that the Russian government was trying to help them, trying to help Donald Trump. And keep in mind everything that came after that. All of Trump's pro-Russia statements, pro-Putin statements came after they had been informed that the Russian government was trying to help them.
Colonel, you supported President Trump, and Donald Trump Jr.'s attorney doesn't deny that in the report, Goldstone's email made it clear that the information was gathered by the Russian government. Does that concern you?
Well, two things. First, let me give you a correction. I'm an operative, not an analyst. Mr. McMullin said something about the idea of taking the meeting. Something we often have are something called walk-ins. Out of every 10 walk-in, one turns out to be correct. So the fact that all this information was shared behind the scenes is no big deal. You want to have that come in, and for two reasons. Let's be very clear about this. This is a campaign. You want all information from all sources, even foreign, if it's offered.
Then why not report it on Saturday? Let me finish
my answer. And the second thing is, if it's something that is blackmailable, it goes both ways. If Hillary Clinton was subject to blackmail, you want to know that. So again, let me be clear, if that level is achieved, that is to say the information actually is what it is advertised to be, then of course it's going to be shared. Otherwise, it's but one more piece of fluff in a number of events going on. You have to understand, I think you do, that during a campaign there's thousands of things going on all the time. So something to rise past the kind of daily just buzz, you have to have something significant. So I agree with Mr. McMullin about the fact that, the meeting should have been had. What I'm disagreeing with him on is the fact that it wasn't achieved. The meeting wasn't what it was advertised to be, and therefore it was killed instantly, and I don't think it went any further than that.
Yes, but let's just say this. I'm sorry. I know what you're talking about walk-ins. When you're an intelligence officer, you take a walk-in.
Absolutely.
When you're running a presidential campaign in the United States and a foreign adversary or a representative of a foreign adversary comes to you and says, we are trying to help you win and we have compromising information.
Please, oh my God, propaganda. Drop the propaganda. That's not what the meeting was about. That is not what was in the email you just talked about.
Do you deny that? The White House isn't even denying it.
Absolutely.
But you do?
Colonel?
I'm denying the fact that there was any direct saying that a foreign power is coming forward. If you look at what was said, it said that there was information available potentially from a foreign source. That's what I'm saying. It was not confirmed that this was from the Russian government. That's what you're trying to stipulate.
Donald Trump Jr. was informed that the Russian government was trying to help the campaign and that they had an emissary who was offering compromising information on Hillary Clinton.
That was all hearsay.
And they took the meeting and didn't report it. They didn't report it.
Stop. What was the reporting requirement?
And then after that, they changed the Republican platform.
No.
Donald Trump tweets
You're changing history. You're changing history there, Mr. McMullin.
33,000 emails.
It's all you're making stuff up.
Okay, Colonel.
Yes.
Then let's just keep it simple. On Saturday, why would Donald Trump Jr. say, I didn't know what it was a meeting about orphans, and today it's a completely different story? Why would he do that?
It's not a different story. I've read what his lawyer said. He talked about the atmospherics of the meeting, who was in the meeting, what happened.
I'm talking about Donald Trump Jr. himself has started on Saturday. This was about orphans. Why is it so different today? Why change the story? Why wouldn't Jared Kushner have disclosed this meeting? Why do we have 5 members of the campaign, meeting after meeting, not disclosed? Just help me understand that.
Do you understand what goes on in the campaign and all the meetings that happen? This was one event within a dozen. Do you understand
what happens in a campaign? I'm sorry, this is not a normal meeting. This is not what happens in campaigns.
Apparently you lost, so your campaign wasn't very effective.
This is not what happens in American campaigns, sir.
Yes, it is.
And you do a tremendous disservice to the American
I've lived
people.
in Washington for 30
suggesting
years.
otherwise.
This is exactly how things happen in
Tremendous
campaigns.
disservice.
Sir,
This is not what happens.
I don't know what universe you live in. All information isn't taken during a campaign. They want to know what's going on, especially if it's blackmailable.
Not from foreign adversaries.
Hillary
You
Clinton
contact the
could be
FBI
blackmailed
and then you
by what was
report
on
it
her
in every
server
other
during
way
that
possible.
time.
All right,
So the fact that you didn't want to hear about that,
No,
that's
sir.
fine.
Okay, Colonel, we're going to leave it there. But to be clear, just because you have a lot of meetings doesn't mean you don't disclose all of them. That is your obligation.
No, it's not.
Yes, sir,
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. There is no clearance involved. If you have a security clearance, yes. Kushner did not have a clearance.
It's an
Nobody in the room had a
American
clearance.
duty. What's
There was
the
nothing
matter
about
with
that.
you?
Oh my God, there's no duty here.
What's
There's no duty
there
to
is
disclose.
duty,
It's
absolute
something now
duty.
that came up during an investigation. That's when it should come up during the investigation.
My goodness, we've lost our way.
You've lost your way.
We're going to